Have you ever wondered how your favorite animated movies came to life? It all started with the birth of animation, an evolution of captivating art forms that began with the simplest of ideas. Shadow puppetry, an age-old tradition, was one of the earliest forms, using handcrafted figures to tell stories against a lit backdrop. Then came the thaumatrope, a toy of the 19th century that created a sense of motion with two different images on either side of a disc. But the real game changer was the invention of the phenakistoscope in 1832. This was the first widespread animation device that created a fluid illusion of motion. It consisted of a disc with a series of images arranged on the edge, which when spun, created a magical illusion of movement. These inventions, simple yet groundbreaking, were the stepping stones to the animated wonders we marvel at today. Little did these inventors know their creations would mark the beginning of a revolutionary art form. But how did we transition from simple moving images to the colorful cartoons we adore today? Well, the answer takes us back to the early 1900s, when silent cartoons began to make their mark in the world of animation. Among these silent cartoons, two characters stood out. First, there was Gertie the dinosaur, a charming, playful creature that mesmerized audiences in 1914. Gertie was a marvel of her time, a hand-drawn animation that interacted with her creator, Winsor McCay, in a live performance, a feat unheard of in that era. Then came Felix the cat, a mischievous and clever character that first appeared in 1919. Felix's antics and expressive face brought a new level of humor and personality to animation. His popularity soared, and he quickly became a beloved figure in pop culture. However, the true game changer arrived in 1928 with a whistling mouse steering a steamboat. Walt Disney's Steamboat Willie was an animation milestone. Why? Because it introduced synchronized sound. For the first time, audiences could hear the characters they were watching. They could listen to Mickey Mouse's whistle, hear the chug of the steamboat, and the laughter of the audiences. This was a revolution that brought animated characters to life like never before. From silent to sound, the world of animation was about to take another major leap. So, when did animation become the cornerstone of entertainment we know and love? Let's take a journey back in time to a period fondly remembered as the Golden Age of animation. Spanning from 1928 to 1960, this era saw a burst of colorful creativity that forever changed the landscape of animated entertainment. The Golden Age was marked by the proliferation of color cartoons, a vibrant departure from the monochromatic animations of the past. This kaleidoscopic shift began with the first ever Technicolor cartoon, Flowers and Trees. Released in 1932, this groundbreaking short film awed audiences with its vivid hues and intricate animations, proving that cartoons could be more than just black and white. However, the true game changer came in 1937 with the release of the world's first full-length animated film, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. This cinematic masterpiece was not just a milestone for animation, but a significant landmark in the world of film. It demonstrated the potential of animation to tell compelling, emotionally rich stories, paving the way for a new form of entertainment that appealed to all ages. As the Golden Age continued, animation began to make its mark on the small screen as well, with the transition to television animation in the 1960s and 70s. This period saw the birth of iconic characters and shows that have since become household names. From the mischievous antics of Tom and Jerry to the heartwarming adventures of Winnie the Pooh, these beloved cartoons brought joy and laughter into living rooms around the world. But perhaps the most significant aspect of the Golden Age was the foundation it laid for the future. The innovations, creativity, and storytelling techniques developed during this era continue to influence animation today, pushing the boundaries of what is possible and inspiring new generations of animators. The Golden Age had set the stage, but the best was yet to come. So, what happens when animation meets technology? Well, let's take a ride into the mid-90s, a time when creativity and technology shook hands, and the world of animation was forever changed. The first fully digital film, Toy Story, emerged in the year 1995, casting a spell over audiences and critics alike. This wasn't just another cartoon, this was a revolution, a digital revolution. As the new kid on the block, computer-generated imagery, more commonly known as CGI, turned the animation industry on its head. It allowed artists to break free from the constraints of traditional animation, offering a whole new realm of possibilities. With the ability to create intricate details, realistic textures, and even simulate natural phenomena like water or fire, CGI transformed the way stories were told. It wasn't just about making things look better though. CGI brought a new level of depth and immersion to animation. Characters became more lifelike, worlds more vibrant, and stories more compelling. The impossible became possible, and the line between reality and imagination blurred. So the question is no longer, how can we draw this, but rather, how far can we push this? With each leap in technology, new doors open, and the limits of animation stretch even further. CGI isn't just a tool, it's an artist's dream come true. With technology, animation has transcended boundaries, creating new possibilities and realities. What lies ahead in the world of animation? As we cross the threshold into a future teeming with possibilities, we find ourselves standing on the precipice of a new era in animation. Imagine, if you will, a world where virtual reality breathes life into our favorite characters, allowing us to step into the story and interact with them in a way we've never done before. Or consider augmented reality, which could blend our real world with the animated one, making our everyday experiences more vibrant and whimsical. But the most intriguing prospect might be the role of artificial intelligence. Picture an AI creating and evolving characters based on our preferences, or even generating whole narratives on its own. The potential for growth and innovation in animation is truly limitless. As we look to the future, one thing is certain: the world of animation will continue to captivate us, one frame at a time.